do you think? Ha, this place great or what? Man, I tell you what, Jimmy ain't the only one. Got him a big pool.
Yeah, it's real nice. But are you sure we're supposed to be here? Are you positive?
Hey, man, the lady that owns this pool, huge. I'm talking huge fan of mine. Practically begged me, Terry, when you're in L.A., please come swim in my pool.
Explain this to me. If you've got an open invite, why'd we have to climb over the fence?
Hey, told you I forgot the keys, all right? Can you just forget about that? Look, at least we're inside, okay?
Yeah, we're in. The guard dog almost bit my leg off. And if you're such a regular here, why didn't the dog recognize you?
You're the stranger, big guy. Hey, it's his job to bite you on the butt. Come on, man. Can't you just relax one time? Told you. Get some rest, get us a little sun, and then when we go home for that holiday dinner, man, the families won't think that we're just out here working ourselves to death.
Can you imagine a feast on Reggie White's plate today? Got to be 3 birds at least.
With feathers.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Swimming.
You again. Listen, Bean Brain, I told you the last time I caught you in here that I'd put your butt in a sling if you ever came back. And I don't make idle threats. Jake, call the cops. You're gonna be real sorry you ever set foot in Melrose Place.
It's Thanksgiving. Time to give offerings of love and kindness, goodwill toward fellow man. And it's all served up right here. The NFL on Fox. Will the Pack Attack be able to feast with Reggie? Get a leg up on Dallas? Green Bay is looking to cut up Dallas's Big D. But they're going to have to be as sharp as a sterling carving knife to do it. And don't look for any trimmings from the boys. They're #1 deep and stuffing team all season. Now, from Hollywood, where the only blonde bombshell you'll find around here is named Bradshaw, it's time to be filling up that plate. Time for the NFL on Fox.
Third-string quarterback Jason Garrett takes center stage on this Thanksgiving Day as the Cowboys host the Green Bay Packers. In only his second NFL start, Garrett tries to keep the Dallas offense clicking on all cylinders. And we welcome you to Fox's NFL special and wish you a very happy Thanksgiving Day. And we also hope that you're able to share this day with family and friends, and we're especially glad you're sharing the day with our little family right here on Fox. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Brown, and I guess at some point in our career, we've all been called turkeys, but hey, these two guys having too much fun.
Please, now, I want to correct you, Terry. My pool's bigger than that. Plus, I don't let people in my pool that play with rubber ducks.
And, JB, please don't mention turkey around Terry. Turkey, Joan.
No doubt about it. Hey, did you mind sharing the name Blonde Bombshell with somebody else?
No, I didn't mind. We talking about with Heather?
Oh, yeah.
Heather and I are like this. We're tight.
Oh,
right.
Just like you and Joe Montana.
No, Heather and I are like buddies, man.
Well, before these turkeys get fried, I guess we better move along and get to the guys who are going to be calling the action today down in Dallas. And, of course, we're talking about none other than our own Pat Summerall and John Madden. They'll be calling the game today in Dallas. Gentlemen.
The Green Bay Packers come to Texas Stadium to furnish the opposition to the Dallas Cowboys this Thanksgiving Day. But the real story here is who's hurt and who can play. First of all, Troy Aikman won't play. He was hurt last week. His backup, Rodney Peete, was hurt also in that same game, but he has recovered sufficiently to be able to be the #2 quarterback again. As #3, Jason Garrett will get the start. Problems, too, for the Cowboys at wide receiver, as Michael Irvin has a injured quad, but he should be able to play, and Alvin Harper has a cracked transverse process. He, too, should be able to play. As far as the Packers are concerned, John Madden has that story.
Well, you know, last week Reggie White injured his elbow against the Buffalo Bills, and they said he's going to be out for 2 to 6 weeks. He tore the muscles, tore the ligaments in his left elbow. They said there's no way he's going to be able to play. Reggie said his arm was all swollen. He said he couldn't move it. He was laying on a table in the training room in Green Bay. He said he took a 2-minute nap. He woke up. The swelling was down, and he was able to move his left elbow, and he said it's just a miracle he's going to play. Now, he's not going to start. I don't think he'll be in there the first play. I think he'll be in there the second play of the game, and he thinks that he's going to play the whole game today.
Let's go back to James Brown. We're thankful we're not hurt.
All right, Pat, and we feel the same as well. You know, John talked about Reggie White was supposed to have been a badly banged-up elbow, but what happened to Reggie?
Yeah, the MRI exam revealed torn ligaments and torn muscle, and Reggie called me last night, and if you think Reggie's serious about football, Reggie's very serious about his faith.
He said he prayed all week. Chris Carter called him up on the phone, said he thinks God's going to come down and heal him. He prayed. He fell asleep in the training room, woke up. God had come down and saved Reggie for this game. Reggie's very serious about his faith. And I'll tell you what, Green Bay's talking about playing a 7-man front and a 2-deep zone. You think they go to an 8-man front. Is this the best way to defend?
Hey, Howie, I think with Jason Garrett in there at quarterback, the only thing he's going to throw is either short to Novacek, Johnston, or Emmitt Smith, or deep to those wide receivers. You know, the wide receivers are not going to get a lot of balls other than the deep passes. And the 2-deep is probably fine for the short routes, but they need to play some 8-man front to stop Emmitt Smith, because it's not going to be Jason Garrett. It's going to be Emmitt Smith that's going to carry this offense.
You know, Jimmy, you talk about faith. I think one of the things that's lacking between Coach Mike Holmgren and this young quarterback, Brett Favre, is his faith in Favre's ability to not throw interceptions. Although he's having a great year with 18 touchdown passes to 9 interceptions. Last year, remember, he had 24 interceptions. This year, they came in with this offense and made it extremely short. This man hardly ever throws the football deep. The way to beat Dallas, I'm not going to say this anymore till next week, is you got to throw deep. And if Green Bay wants to win this game today, Favre has got to get that football down the football field.
The only thing, the screen pass to Bennett away from Sharp could be a big play against Dallas' defense.
Hey, fellas, how do you like Terry? How do you like him? From rehearsal, he segues with faith. Can you believe that?
Can move mountains.
Amen on it, my brother. All right, let's keep going here. Coming up on this Fox NFL special, we'll take a look at the Bills-Lions game and what it means down the road as we get closer to the playoffs. And 20 years after Clint Longley's Thanksgiving heroics, it's Jason Garrett's turn. The question is, how will he do? And no doubt that Thanksgiving is a time for family and friends to get together to share good food and good times. So for all of us in front of the camera and those working behind it, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Standby commercial.
Gobble, gobble, gobble in 7, 6, standby commercial, gobble, gobble, gobble. 5, 4, gobble, 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 and gobble, 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 gobble.
Listen, this stuff that we make, it's powerful. It makes you powerful. Stuff that we make, it's powerful. Take it, listen, gather up your ideas, run with them. It makes you powerful. Just do something amazing. We're in your corner, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do. Stuff that we make, listen, listen, listen.
We're very fortunate to have such a wonderful family.
After his operation, his body was like twice the normal size. He was on this respirator for 3 weeks. It was kind of lonely around here.
I got Aflac through our company. The owner of the company felt that we should have it. It turned out fabulous.
Aflac covers the unexpected costs of getting better so you can get on with life.
Everything worked out wonderful.
Most people would jump at the chance. 10 days in South America. But I've done this before. I knew better.
¿Dónde está el teléfono?
This was business, and I was 5,000 miles from home. There was a lot at stake, and I was on my own. Trying to keep my bearings. Trying to negotiate. Sometimes just trying to communicate. All the while hoping to pull this whole thing off as soon as possible so I could head back.
6-7 million pesos to your bottom line over the next 5 years.
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna be another day.
My father asked us.
You know, it's funny, being away so long. When you come across something familiar, it can be a pretty welcome sight.
Going home, Mr. Reynolds?
I'm halfway there.
This Fox NFL special is brought to you by Microsoft. Where do you want to go today? By Aflac, insuring over 38 million people worldwide. By American Airlines, something special in the air. And by Snickers. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
All right, and the only other game scheduled for today, the Buffalo Bills are in the Silverdome, and they, of course, were battling the Detroit Lions. The Lions fell to divisional rival Chicago last week and needed a victory today to even consider a playoff chance. Well, in fact, the Lions were victorious. Hey, it was a good Thanksgiving for the fans there.
Big way to start off. When you know your team is in trouble, you go to Gadget Place. Barry Sanders up inside. 8 people up to stop him. Leaves the middle of the field wide open. Herman Moore, touchdown pass, 7 receptions, 169 yards for Moore on this day. Now we see Barry Sanders. We all know he's going to carry the load. Outside 4-yard touchdown run. Lions up. Back. Willie Clay. No interceptions in 3 years. Gets a start at safety. Down the sideline, 35-21 as the Lions pull this one out big time.
Big time indeed. 35-21 was the final. And, of course, the Lions needed this one in the worst way, Jimmy. But the Buffalo Bills at a bit of a disadvantage today.
Yeah, I think really it's a big advantage playing at home on Thanksgiving. Only 3 days between games, and those practices are very important. That's one less practice for the team that has to travel. We always felt like it's a big advantage for us at the Cowboys. That's one reason on Thanksgiving the Cowboys 17-8-1, and then with 11 days to prepare for the next game, they're 20-6.
Ooh, yeah, I'll tell you, the best thing could happen to Detroit is Eric Kramer going down, Dave Craig playing 85 and 58 as a starter, passed for over 31,000 yards, 16th all-time in the NFL, and they could have got him a lot cheaper than $11 million.
We could have got me a lot cheaper than $11 million, Howie.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, thank you. Let's be honest about that. All right, coming up after this break, a glimpse at the man who's stepping into some pretty big boots. The Cowboys, Jason Garrett. Of course, the young man, yes, indeed, you know, I like the Ivy Leaguers, out of Princeton.
I came in the huddle and guys just, bang, picked it up, here we go, that type of thing. And I think that's a similar attitude that they've had this week.
And with the loss of Troy Aikman, even more of the load will be carried by this man, Emmitt Smith. We'll be back in Hollywood after this.
At my school, you can't make mistakes. I get hungry, I reach for Snickers.
Roasted peanuts, milk chocolate, caramel. Snickers satisfied.
Best of the NFL is presented by Snickers.
Get out of here, boys. This is work time. It's the only place where grown men can act like kids. It's out here on this green stuff. It's fun, isn't it?
Handoff left side goes to Vaughn. He runs into Meyer. Now turns back to the right. Heads for the near pylon. Leaps for the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Hey, I don't want any screw-ups. I don't want any screw-ups.
And he throws it through the end zone for a safety. Back to throw. Goes for the end zone. The ball is tipped up and intercepted.
It is deflected and caught. On a deflection, Fred Warner scores!
You can't ask for any crazier happening.
You can't stop us. You can't contain us. You only get hope and pray. What?
Tucks it down. He's hit, gets away from one man, throws it downfield now, and it is caught on a tip by Jennings. He's in for the touchdown.
That's NFL, baby. That's NFL.
When you're the eyes and ears of a million people, you can't let your stomach get in the way. So I carry Snickers.
Roasted peanuts, milk chocolate, caramel. Snickers satisfied.
I want more power.
I'd like better mileage. Split Fire doesn't look like any other spark plug. It doesn't work like any other spark plug.
5 extra horsepower by merely installing these plugs. A 4.8% gain in mileage. With Split Fire, you'll get more here, and you'll spend less here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You'll get more power and more mileage, your money back. You'll get more here, and you'll spend less here. Guaranteed.
Mad About You won't be on this Thanksgiving, so why not spend the holiday with Martin?
We should cook for the women this year.
Grab your giblets and pass the turkey.
Smack it, you know, flip it, rub it down.
It'll be a feast to remember on a brand new Martin tonight.
Warming up for today's game, 2 all-pro receivers. The Cowboys, Michael Irvin on the left, and the Packers, Sterling Sharp. Of course, with this being Thanksgiving, I'm sure they're hoping for many pilgrimages to the end zone today. Yeah, Terry did smile at that one. And welcome back to Fox's NFL Special. In today's Packers-Cowboys game, Dallas's Jason Garrett gets the starting nod at quarterback. And Terry got a look at this much-traveled, seldom-used quarterback, and make no mistake about it, all the eyes of Texas are on this kid.
Hey, take one thing for certain there, JB. Down in Texas, folks, Quarterbacking's a mighty serious thing, especially if you're a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. And his name is the new marshal in town, goes by Jason Garrett.
You get the best. You get the best of what I got.
There's always, I guess, a twinge of nervousness or anxiety or whatever it might be because, you know, it's a new experience.
No, we're not going to go out there and try to run the ball 40 or 50 times with Emmitt Smith. We can't do that. He needs to carry his numbers that he carries in the 20 range. We'll throw the ball probably as many times as we did when we played.
The thing that I've tried to stress to him throughout the week is that he's got a lot of great players around him. And, if he just plays to those guys and lets the players around him play, he'll be fine.
One thing in Jason's favor, his inexperience. Green Bay doesn't have much film to go on. Sure, he played a spell in the World League of American Football, but the Packers don't know if he played for the team from Cologne or if he wears cologne.
But I think we have to just take advantage of it. It's just, you know, being real aggressive. It's just see, can he pick up a lot of the blitzes that we're going to throw at him.
They're certainly going to show me some blitz early and make me handle it. And if we don't handle it well as an offense, we'll probably see some more.
Even though he's a Princeton grad, Jason is not going to audible much, so he knows a quick release is needed to beat a blitz. As for the House of Troy, he'll recover from all his injuries, but they're starting to pile up and take their toll. People are starting to talk. Career-wise, he may soon have to look for something else.
If I knew what that something else might be, I'd probably consider it a little bit more than what I have. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have football at this time.
It's just the luck of the draw. We're not the 100% on offense, and our key player is out, and we're going to do the best we can, and we're going to go win the ball game without him.
No matter how Garrett does today, something is starting to gnaw at the Cowboys' psyche. It's just a whisper, but listen carefully. This year, Dallas may not be Destiny's darling. To rebut that prophecy of doom, here's Troy with the Cowboys' Thanksgiving proclamation.
I think that in past years, maybe this is a football team that has gotten on a roll and thought, well, you know, maybe destiny is on our side. You know, we've been tested in so many ways this year, from the time Jimmy resigned in March up to now, injuries that we've had and everything else, and say, you know, look what we've overcome. And if we can overcome what we've already done, then, you know, we can go a long way.
Jimmy, you had Jason Garrett. You started him against the Cardinals. Tell us about this guy.
Well, Terry, you know, last year Troy Aikman missed 2 full ball games, and we won 1, we lost 1. And the game that Jason Garrett started against Phoenix, ironically, the defensive coordinator for Phoenix was Fritz Shermer, the defensive coordinator for Green Bay. So he knows Jason Garrett. He'll throw the ball underneath to the backs and the tight ends. That's where he's going to throw the football. But in what I did in the Phoenix game last year is probably what the Cowboys will do today if Jason's struggling. Give him a quick hook. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rodney Peete in the ball game early, just like I put Kozar in last year.
Yeah, but you put Kozar in because you promised him if he'd sign with Dallas, you'd play him.
Well, he was a Miami guy. I had to promise him.
I'll tell you, a big matchup today is Harper, 6'3", versus Buckley, the cornerback from Green Bay, 5'8". They're running a 2-deep zone to get double on the wide receivers. But in the red zone, I look for Dallas to throw the ball up anyway. Harper is a 7'3" high jumper, as we well know. Even in the double coverage, look for Harper to go up for the ball in the red zone.
And Jason Garrett can throw the deep pass fine. He's good on that. The blitz may give Green Bay a problem.
Howie, Jimmy, do you think people really think Terry talks like that the way he did into that piece?
Off camera, he does.
That's the truth, fellas.
When we come back, a visit from the ghost of Thanksgiving past and how this man in your screen, Leon Lett, gave a whole new meaning to the words Turkey Day.
You're working late tonight.
The passive type probably plays Nintendo.
You're working late tonight. I can't. I got therapy.
The aggressive type probably plays Sega.
You're working late tonight.
Could we try that with a knock?
And the other type definitely plays 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe.
3DO from Panasonic Gold Star and Creative Labs. Now $3.99 plus free games.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
It's Red Lobster's Lobster Fest, our once-a-year celebration. It's a lobster party, a make-tail celebration. Got rocktails on the fire. Ooh, this is your invitation. It's the grandest, it's the grandest Lobster Fest. Woo! Now's your one chance to try new lobster appetizers and 7 of the most exciting lobster dinners ever, all specially priced. But hurry, it ends November 27th. The grandest Lobster Fest. Only at Red Lobster.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
Look who's showing up for Thanksgiving dinner.
Ooh, pigs in a blanket, may I?
Deion Sanders and Heavy D guest star on a brand new living single tonight after Martin.
We've been called a lot of things.
Whippersnappers.
Dreamers.
Prosperous.
Never.
So-and-so.
Book deal.
Or the movie deal hits.
We remember 2 things.
Call Everybody Collect. And
know the code.
Yeah.
Know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT. It costs less than 1-800-COLLECT.
Always. Now the people we call
might call us thrifty.
Want a price that's always lower than 1-800-COLLECT? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALLATT.
Your true voice.
Last year, S10 and Ranger buyers paid about $2,000 more than Toyota buyers. But if you think that's something, this year, your Toyota dealer's making Toyota trucks an even better buy. Option package savings plus big dealer discounts could save you plenty on big bad T100s. America's best-selling import trucks are tough as ever, but the deals are easy. So hurry to your Toyota dealer now.
What's the first thing you'll want to do after Thanksgiving? You want to go to Marshall Field's after Thanksgiving sale and be the first to save up to 40% on great stuff throughout the store. The first to save an additional 25% on clearance items. And the first to enter the $1,000 shopping spree sweepstakes at each store starting Friday at 8 a.m. So what's the first thing you'll want to do after Thanksgiving? Marshall Field's after Thanksgiving sale, Friday through Sunday. Defer your payments until February 1995 on purchases of $50 or more.
Cops, weeknights at 10:30 on Fox 32.
The first down kick, and it's blocked! It's blocked and rolling around at the 10-yard line. Jimmy Jones got the block, and no one... Yes! Oh, Leon Lett! Leon Lett! Oh, my goodness gracious. Leon Lett runs into the middle of a pile trying to recover the ball, kicks it, Miami recovers it.
You know, you can watch football for 50 years and not see that happen.
No question, Leon doesn't want to see that again. But, Jimmy, some special circumstances as to why he was there in the first place.
Well, normally, Leon wasn't on the field goal block team, but because of the snow, we put him in there, and he didn't know the rule. And you could see the other players saying, get back away. And I was sick when I found out what happened, but I wasn't near as sick as the guy in the locker room. I went in after the ball game, and I saw Leon sitting there on the training table just crying his eyes out. And everybody's thinking, well, Jimmy's going to cut this guy. I put my arm around him. I said, hey, Leon, as long as I'm with the Cowboys, you're going to be my defensive tackle. I'm going to cut him. He's 6'6", 300 pounds, great defensive tackle. Please. I wasn't going to cut him.
And I'll tell you, that insurance policy lasted about a year. Another guy by the name of Jim Marshall, who had an 18-year career, Hall of Famer, defensive end, picked up a ball early in his career and ran the wrong way 70 yards. So it's not uncommon for a player to overcome that type of adversity early in his career.
Well, then if Leon is with Jimmy always, I guess we'll see him next year here in the studio with us.
Put a seat between you two.
We're safe for another year.
All right, we'll have some final thoughts before we head down to Dallas, Texas. Of course, that's where Sean Jones is getting set for what he hopes will be a feast on Jason Garrett. Back in Hollywood after this.
We're in Oysterville, Washington.
This is my husband, Ray. Everybody knows Ray and Nada. And everyone knows the story.
He fell off the roof playing his drain.
And he fell right on his head.
He was in bad shape when we got on scene.
He could have died really easy.
Aflac just worked out great.
Aflac covers the unexpected costs of getting better, so you can get on with life.
I would say he's very hard-headed. Listen. This stuff that we make, it's powerful. It makes you powerful. Stuff that we make, it's powerful. Take it. Listen.
Gather up your ideas, run with them. It makes you just do something amazing. We're in your corner, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do. Stuff that we make. Listen, listen, listen.
With steadfast stare, the people cry, brave future, new world. Time that goes by, the touch, the feel, the fabric of our lives. The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives.
The man, John Madden. Need I say more? Okay, I will. Football. He studies it, analyzes it, puts it in his game. Tough, real tough, full rosters. The all-Madden team. Need I say more? Okay, I will. Stats season long. In his head, in his voice, in his game. What do you want? Real players? You got it. High steps? You got it. Windowless passing? You got it. Madden, he's the man. You think John's got a big head about all this? Give me a break. The guy rides a bus to work. Madden NFL 95. The game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Undercover tonight on Fox.
All right, as we close out this Thanksgiving Day special, not the first time that Dallas wanted to bring out that uniform,
Well,
Jimmy.
a new jersey, but it's not new. Jerry came to me 3 days before the Super Bowl last year and said, hey, let's wear these new jerseys. And as superstitious as our players were, I wasn't going to take any chances with that game as big as it was.
And I'll tell you, Reggie will be wearing the Anderson knee stapler invented by George Anderson, training for the Raiders today. A knee brace converted to an elbow brace. Alvin Harper has a cracked transverse process. We'll be taking a shot before the game. Chances are I'll take another one at halftime.
All right. Good job. Boy, Terry and I only have minutes to watch the game with together, right? All right, one other reminder coming up at halftime. The world according to Buddy Ryan, that is. Terry and I have a chat with him. That's coming up at halftime. So, for Jimmy Johnson, Howie Long, Terry Bradshaw, I'm James Brown. We'll see you at halftime. Enjoy Thanksgiving. All right.
Nice Thanksgiving. Nice.
You're watching a Fox NFL special.